Well, folks, Happy New Year. We've made it to 2026. My God, 2025 was one hell of a year. 2026, are you ready for this? The World Cup is coming to America. We had a lot of soccer to talk about this year, and I cannot wait. We're going to be doing a lot as well, streaming more games, doing more interviews. World Cup abound. Are you kidding me? Hopefully we'll be making out to some of those games as well. That's obviously a little bit of a ways off. That's the summer. What are we talking about tonight, you may ask? Well, we're talking about that game, Manchester City hosting Chelsea. How did that go? We're talking about Tottenham and Sunderland. Yeah, that was an okay game, but we're going to talk about it. Ruben Amorim, after his 1-1 draw at Leeds, hits out. Who's he hitting out at? Is it against Ineos and the ownership? We're going to talk about that. Oh, January, it means the window's open, transfers, and all the fun rumors abound. We got a lot to get to. You ready? Let's jump in.
What? And I'm going to give you one opportunity because we're friends. Winner!
Who gives a shit about where the ball's been?
Yeah, F him. They went from loving this guy, best move ever, to hating him.
I think it's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
I love it because it tells you how the game was played.
There's nowhere for him to go. Literally, I think there's one place.
You can't do that in the national team. Do I look like I'm freaking kidding?
He does things that are absolutely insane.
Successful and sexy? No. And was it aggravating at times? Yes.
Sorry,
That's not very fair.
It's not about being fair.
Welcome to the greatest soccer show ever.
Well, folks, Happy New Year. Hope you are doing well. Do us a huge favor. Give us a like, a subscription, or a share, no matter what platform you're on. And if you're listening to us on a podcast, give us 5 stars. We'd really much appreciate it. All right, we got the boys here. Nate, how are you? Happy New Year, my friends.
Peachy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good, man.
Did you get us World Cup tickets yet?
Not yet. Working on it.
What the hell am I doing here then?
I don't know.
What's the purpose of this? Is the only. It's
False-
been the long game.
False promises.
The
They'll get
long. I've been doing the long game for years.
tickets are in the mail.
Even before they announced the World Cup was going to be in the U.S. Been playing the long game.
That's called the super long game.
Super long game.
Did you have a good New Year's?
Yeah, it's all right.
Good. Low key?
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, it was all right.
I didn't come to your house party. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we had a house party, but not a lot of people did because the weather was really shitty, man.
I would have came if I was in town, but I wasn't in town. I was in Sandusky.
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry.
All good.
Did Brooks come?
He did not.
Thank
No.
God. God, how boring would that been?
He would have partied so
We would have been
hard.
talking stats and like lacrosse, and everyone would fall asleep at 10 o'clock.
Oh, no.
He's done it again.
Done it again. Everybody's asleep and the ball dropped now at 4 a.m.
Done it again.
Yeah.
Gets you every time.
Brooks, how are you? How was your New Year's?
Good. Just quiet, relaxing. Not much going on. So, yeah, it was a crappy night that night. It was a lot of,
Quiet, relaxing. That sounds like a Brooks type of New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't like to, party much anymore and whatnot.
Oh, you're getting too old for partying.
I don't like things. Things scare me.
I'm an old man inside, Nate. I'm an old man inside.
He's an old soul.
Oh,
Yes.
all right.
All right, boys. Let's jump in. Let's talk about some of that football that happened this weekend. We're going to talk about that, the game of the week, which was dubbed the game of the week by us and many others. The game to end the festive period. I think it was like 60 games over 16 days is what NBC dubbed it. And it was that Manchester City-Chelsea game. And
It was 40 games in 16
Was
days.
it 40?
Yes.
Oh, it was 40. Okay.
Do you not watch everything that comes?
Oh, no, I don't listen to a lot of what those people have to say anymore.
Okay,
because
because they show graphics of all this stuff. It was like 40 games in 16 days, I think.
Yeah, I saw the 16 days. I don't know, 60, 40, whatever. There's a lot of games. I watched a ton of soccer.
Yeah.
But I don't listen to what they say anymore because I'll give you an example shortly of why, because it's all garbage. Anyway, Manchester City won, Chelsea won. Chelsea, I mean, listen, for the first 60 minutes, they were utter garbage. They were just sitting back. They were waiting, and that was what they were told to do under the new fill-in manager. Just sit in, I think. That was the tactic, and see if we can break out individually. Pedro up top, and it yielded for a pretty boring game.
I fell asleep in the first half.
That's not surprising.
Yeah.
Did you feel the same, Nate? Did you?
I mean,
You fall asleep.
What are you gonna expect though?
No, I
Like,
agree.
you got an interim manager in there. You know, it's what do you do in that situation? Like you're
Playing away from
you're,
home.
yeah, you're not gonna light the world on fire, and you're playing City.
But Chelsea have
You're playing City.
they have
You're playing
good
Pep.
players. Yeah, and
You're
Pep.
like
Yeah.
They just got rid of a manager that I watched the interview after with Enzo and Reece James. I mean, it was a manager they really liked, and they didn't want him to leave. And now the carousel of the Chelsea manager, the coin has been put into the little machine box, and it's starting to spin now.
I think you're getting a guy from Salzburg.
He's
know,
coming.
Strasbourg.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, sorry, Strasbourg. By the way,
Strasbourg, yes.
my favorite area in France to visit. Just I've been there. It's nice.
Yeah.
Very bougie.
Very bougie.
I saw a picture of him. He has a scarf.
Oh yeah, that's
He's gonna fit.
yeah, that's what we got.
in.
We
He's
got
actually English, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't care. He's gonna fit in so well. Did you see him with his scarf?
Liam
He did.
Rossignol
He's got a
sets to become the new manager for sure. He's already on his way there. They're in talk.
Yes.
It's
He's got a scarf.
It means it must be good.
I don't know, but
I
he
don't
looks. He's gonna fit. He's gonna right in.
Yeah.
Very young. Very young. We're gonna get to him. We're gonna talk about him in 1 second. All right. So
Have you ever been to Strasbourg?
I have not.
It's a very beautiful place.
No, I've heard. Never been there, but
Yeah, it's wonderful.
listen. In this game, it's almost like, you know, I wrote to someone with about 5 minutes left in the 90 minutes. I said, this has been the most boring game ever, but you can see Chelsea start to put a couple of passes together here. Man City have gotten sloppy. They're not hustling back right now. They're not finishing the opportunities. There was a couple of opportunities that they really could have finished, and a simple pass would have yielded a great shot, a great opportunity on goal, and they didn't do it.
Why do you sub both center backs off?
One got injured.
Yeah, one was
Why an injured, but why would you do both?
I really think they thought they weren't going to be under pressure.
One was injured.
Yeah,
I get that. I get that, but
Oh, why the other one?
yeah,
Yeah,
like
tired, fatigued.
I mean, it was just, Phil Foden had chances here and there that he couldn't finish. Yeah,
Foden
I actually
had a-
watched the game. Yeah, there you
Phil
go.
Foden had a great opportunity to square the ball to Silva, who was wide open in about the 10-yard line,
Yeah.
and for a nice shot. And what did he do? He tried to go to Holland through, and that ball didn't work out well. And you saw Pep Guardiola after the game kind of hugging Foden because Foden knew.
Mhm.
Foden absolutely knew that was a chance to seal the game right there and put him up 2-0.
Yeah.
But they got sloppy in the second half, and then with the last 5 to 10 minutes, they got really sloppy.
So
And it's just hoofball and seeing if Holland can get on the end of things. And then Chelsea decided, well, we've got nothing to lose here. Let's go forward. And then the ball gets bundled over in the end by Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, that's
it's all one-
Donnarumma needs to do better there. He needs to parry that ball out of bounds.
on the save. Oh man, I don't know. I think.
He's
I mean,
squeezed
either you
it.
don't let it go, you don't give the rebound, or it's just I think you got to do better there.
I think one, the cross coming in, it wasn't defended well enough.
No, but it was a good cross though. It was a
a
very
cross,
good.
but it wasn't defended well enough. There wasn't enough urgency in my mind from
Sure.
the defenders there. I don't want to blame. I personally wouldn't blame Donnarumma, but sure, you get your hand to it, you expect to save it properly.
Yeah.
He got his hand to it and he didn't parry it away. But in the end, sloppiness and 1-1. There you go, and a point for everybody, which helps. It does help Villa a little bit, to be honest, but we'll get to that. It helps Arsenal. Now they're 6 points clear.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, cripe.
Well, I'm going to say this too. I thought the Chelsea backline handled Haaland very well, to be honest with you.
yeah.
Anytime he got in behind, they bodied him off. They tried to use their bodies to body him off the ball, or they came and they made a tackle to poke it away from him. Like, I think they did a rather pretty good job, honestly, handling him and then just containing everyone else.
Yeah.
In fairness, towards the end, Chelsea did look like the better side.
Yes.
Like the last 15 minutes.
Ooh,
Yes.
100%.
So in fairness to them, they probably deserved the point, even though in the first half, no, not at all. But that second half they rallied, and came back and looked like a functional team.
I'm going to agree 100%. I think it was very well deserving of the point for two reasons. They looked like the better team in the second half, but also Man City just let off the gas. And if you let off the gas, bad things happen. And that's what happens right there. Listen, Man City, I'm not going to make an excuse for them at all. They've got a couple of injuries right now. They got a couple of players at AFCON. They've got a couple of players who they had youth players in the team. And I heard that after the game, and I went, hey, welcome to playing in the Premiership. Every team is dealing with this right now. Every team has players suspended, injured, away at AFCON, whatever it may be. This isn't something new. This isn't Pep and Man City's first season here. Deal with it. I am not listening to that as an excuse from any single club at this point, especially from Manchester City, who have all the riches in the world and have spent God knows how many hundreds of millions of pounds on players in the last several years.
I plan on using it as an excuse in a few minutes, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
I don't think it wasn't really good. Well, Turkey wasn't very good today, in my opinion.
Shirky was not. He has been sensational
Yeah.
almost all season, and
Yeah.
today
He shit the bed.
non-existent.
Yeah.
He shirkied the bed.
Yeah, sure.
Shirked the
He
bed.
shirkied himself.
Shirkied the bed. He was not great.
Yeah.
Holland, like you said, was in the Chelsea defender's pockets. He could not get free. There was always men around him. The only thing he really did was when long balls were hoofed up to him, he would put his head on it and knock it in a certain direction for the midfielders coming through. He did a nice job of that. Other than that, he didn't have much free time. He didn't have much free space.
I will say that one fantastic touch from Foden, where in the first half where the ball was played to him. He takes the touch back inside and he takes one more. I mean, that first touch to get it past the defender was phenomenal. And then he just, unfortunately, I thought it was a deflection off the defender. It went through the defender's legs, but he didn't get the corner. But there were opportunities, and I think he had another one in the second half from the top of the 18 that he couldn't get put in the back of the net either. So,
yeah, I agree. Listen, some standout moments here and there, but overall, I think we were just hoping for more from this game. It was rather boring.
Yeah,
we're being dead honest. The first couple of minutes were good. The last 10 minutes were pretty good, and that was it. And a draw, 1-1. Seems very relevant.
BX Gunner says, I can't believe I cheered on Chelsea today.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, Mr. Gunner. That's the way it is. I had a little bit conflicted. I want Arsenal not to run away, so I was hoping Man City would get some points to.
I was looking that way.
Yeah, and then, but I also don't want Chelsea getting 3 points because then it closes the gap between them and Villa. And I think a draw for Villa helps out immensely. But I also don't want to come down to the end of the season and say, Chelsea won several games ago, or not Chelsea, Arsenal won several games ago, and it is what it is. All right, so moving on. Chelsea do have a new manager coming in. It looks like Liam Rossinier is coming in. Listen, Brooks, I don't know if you want to.
Oh yeah, want me to read off everything I found?
Take this away, go for it, buddy.
Yeah. So we'll just kind of give his managerial career. So, obviously, as Nate said, Strasbourg, previously Ligue 1, 31-15-17 record. Mm-hmm. Before Strasbourg at Hull City, EFL, when they were in the championship. From November 2022 to May 2024, record of 27, 28, and 23. And then he was a caretaker manager after Wayne Rooney had gotten fired at Derby County when they were in EFL League One from June 2022 to December 2022, record of 7, 2, and 3 till they hired a new manager. So, and he's coached at like the Brighton U23s. He formerly played at Brighton. I believe that's where he ended his career at Brighton.
Yes, I believe so.
But yes, young guy. Interesting to see how he will do with this team, and will the players respect him with him being a young manager with all the egos in that locker room?
17th manager. They've had 7. So he'll be the 18th. They've had 17 managerial changes in the last 20 years.
Yeah, that's a lot.
How incredible is that? I mean,
that's more than some Bundesliga teams.
We don't go through that, man.
Oh man, it's terrible. But now you're bringing in a very young manager who doesn't have a lot of experience. This guy, Liam Rossinier, he has been a manager for several years now, but he hasn't torn the world up. He's not exactly.
He's not been at a big club. Put it that way. And it's a jump when
Derby.
It's like Wilfred Nancy's dealing with at Celtic. He was good in Columbus and MLS, but when he had to go to a big club that is pressure every single game, it's a different story. Yeah. And that's what Liam's going to experience at Chelsea.
All right, so Brooks, young guy coming in, big egos, big club, and they expect results. You lose 2 games in a row, and all of a sudden the pressure's on. Brooks, how long does Liam Rossinier? How long do you give him? How long do you think you make it? Because at some point, he will be sacked.
Oh,
by the way, that happens to all managers.
Yeah.
How long is he going to be at Chelsea? If you had to put a prediction in.
Yeah. Unless you're Pep Guardiola and you get to choose when you leave.
Yeah.
He's one of the few in Sir Alex.
Yeah.
But yeah. And Unai Emery. So
at this point, yes.
At this point. Man. I mean, obviously he's got this, whatever's left of this winter transfer window. And then obviously give him the summer to see what happens. I mean, he's probably got to be in a decent position in the beginning. I mean, he's got to end decently this year.
Yep.
You know, I would
Gotta be
say
in the top 5.
top 5, top 6. Like he's at least in some European competition, I imagine.
Yep.
And then I'd say the pressure's on where you got to be in Champions League position by next fall. So, I mean, if things aren't looking good by next December, he could be gone.
He could be gone.
What do you think, Nate?
So if you ask me, I don't think he needs to do anything as far as getting players in.
Mm-hmm.
I think he needs to get the 500,000 people that they have on this roster playing together.
Yeah.
I'm being
All the loanies.
but I'm being dead serious. Like
Yeah.
you have a gajillion people on this roster.
Yeah.
I don't think you need more. What I think you need to do is establish your best formation and who plays where and what. And that's what I imagine he's going to do.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to go to the I hate to say they can't, because you can always do whatever you want.
Sure.
You know, money doesn't exist and
Not in Chelsea's world.
financial fair play is not a real thing. And actually they game the system a lot too, in fairness. So they're not in huge like was it PFL
They're not in trouble.
yeah,
PSR.
PSR, thank
PSR,
you.
yeah.
PSR issues at all because of the way they game the system. Good for them. Great. So they could pick up players, but I don't think you need to. I think you need to establish, you know, your starting 11, who's behind, how you're going to sub, how you're going to play, and get them playing in a way that works.
Yeah.
That I think is more important than anyone else you're going to bring in, because you kind of look at the squad. The squad's not bad.
True.
I don't think the squad's bad at all. You know, so, and you're not dying for, you actually have players that you can sub in and out that actually can affect the game, unlike some other teams.
True.
So,
Yes.
Yeah, and listen, but big club, lots of money, big expectations. I think I'm on Brooks' side here. It's December. If he doesn't have this thing going in the right direction, and not even just the right direction, because they're 5th right now.
Yeah.
And a lot of clubs would kill for 5th. It's going the right direction, and harmony inside the locker room and in the executive board, and everybody's going rowing the boat in the right direction, right? Everybody's doing that. Then you're going to stick around longer.
Well, listen, what you're going to learn here within, so when I have to bring up their schedule when they play next, Chelsea, because I believe it's a break now. I believe it is a break for for like Moose Cup, right? If I'm not mistaken, or is it FA Cup? There's a break.
Oh Christ, I don't even know. I just know that Villa have Crystal Palace coming up. I don't even know. I think it's a league game, to be honest.
Is it a league game? I'm bringing that up here, but what you're going to have to do is in these next couple weeks, that's where the players are now going to find if you can coach them or not. I mean, it's something very good. So what they have here, so Fulham do play Chelsea on the 7th of January. So that's a Wednesday.
League game.
And then, league game. And then they bump into the FA Cup 3rd round on the 10th. And then they play EFL Cup match against Arsenal on the 14th. So, I mean, listen, those aren't a couple easy games. I mean, you should beat Charlton. But I think that's, you look at the next 5 to 6 games, that's probably where you're going to see, do the players respect him or not, or he's going to shuffle guys around because, listen, players quickly judge if you can coach them or not.
Oh, 100% they do.
Yeah.
Here's the good thing he has going on his side. Every player, the new manager bounce. Everybody knows about that, right? New manager comes in and everybody picks it up a little bit. But also, as we said at the beginning of the show, 2026 and what is happening in the summer of 2026, the World Cup here in the USA, and every player on that squad, on that Chelsea squad, has a chance to end up with their national team. They got to play good to be in the national team to end up in the World Cup.
Yeah.
So they're going to pick it up. So you're going to see a lot of that happening. But I'm going to agree with Nate 100%. Does he need to go to the transfer window? No. He has
Agreed.
a wealth of players on the bench and a wealth of players out on loan that you can recall back if you need it, and a couple coming back from injury to go and just get those players performing correctly. I mean, Gittins, for one, if you can get him playing correctly, if you can get Roy Delap to be healthy and playing correctly the way he was playing the last couple of years, I think it's almost like new players. That's all he needs to do, right, Nate?
and I'd also struggle, like, who are you going to get in January that's really going to be better than what you already have?
Fair.
Because most of the time, if you do get, and like sometimes clubs get lucky.
Yep.
You know what I mean? At least in the past. Modern day, not so much. Usually, if you're getting someone in the January window, it's more of a depth type piece than anything else.
Correct.
It's not like, it's usually not someone who's going to start, especially someone
who'd start over the Chelsea squad that is relatively strong.
Yep.
You know, it's relatively strong. It is. It really is.
It is. It is very deep.
You know, and I'm not even a big Chelsea fan or supporter, but I can tell you there's several players I would take on my team for sure.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Being FC Cincinnati. My
My
team at FC Cincinnati, we might take Cole.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right.
You hear Harvey
He
Elliott
might.
might come to Charlotte.
Yeah, he's not wanting to though.
I've heard different things that it's for reasons because he doesn't like where he's at right now, where he can connect. There's a way to get out of certain things.
And unfortunately, he can't play for another European team at the moment.
Exactly, because it's the same calendar year, but MLS is different.
Pivot to MLS.
He just went MLS real hard, real quick. Right?
MLS in your heart. It's MLS.
Hold on.
In your soul. It's. Oh, sorry.
No, that's coming up a little later.
Oh,
It
my
had
bad.
to do with the EPL and Liverpool a little bit.
I got excited. I just wanted to sing my song.
I know.
Yeah. All right.
Spoon landings, whoppers with cheese.
Not yet.
Sorry. I
Oh,
just get.
hold off.
I got excited. It's
You did.
great. It's a great banger.
You did.
It is. All right, we got a couple of the games we want to get to. A couple of them that we hope you watched and can follow along with us. But before that, I do want to say a big thank you to our partners. A big thank you to Soccer World, soccerworld.net for all of your soccer gear needs. Head on over there and pick up all that new fancy gear that they got. Big thank you to Next Level Training. Brooks and I watched a bunch of the pros the other day train here. It's an amazing amount of pros from around the country who come in and train with the guys and girls of Next Level Training right here in Michigan. They are absolutely incredible. Big thank you to the Michigan Jaguars, MichiganJaguarsFC.com for more information on that awesome club. A big thank you to the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. Brooks just did a nice series on common soccer injuries and ACL stuff, and trust me, head on over and watch that YouTube video. And a big thank you to the Dog and Pony Show Brewing. We unfortunately had to cancel our Christmas party, but it got rescheduled. Yay! We're going to tell you about that in a little bit, what date that is happening. It'll be later in January. All right, fellas, we're going to jump back. I do want to talk about Fulham-Liverpool. Fulham 2, Liverpool 2. This game, I got to be honest, Liverpool looked poor for a lot of the game, and then they thought they won it in the 94th minute with Cody Gakpo popping up at the back post. Another cross that shouldn't have come in, another defender that let a player go by him, and Cody Gakpo with his knee puts the ball in the back of the net in the 94th minute, and Liverpool think they've won it. They're going nuts. Even the announcer saying Liverpool must have won it with that kick. There's a couple minutes left, but they'll hold on here. And then Harrison Reed pops up with what could quite possibly be the absolute banger goal of a season.
That
in
ball
the
swerved.
97th minute.
It was a rocket, but it was swerving.
Brooks, I don't think I've ever seen a soccer ball hit where it goes up, it comes down, and it's still, as it's coming down, it still ends up in the upper 90.
Yeah.
It was incredible. Allison, the Liverpool goalkeeper, was absolutely nowhere near it.
Yep.
He was nowhere near it. And it was 25, 27 yards out.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good distance. He took from the left side, received the pass, and his first touch was a positive touch, and he knew exactly what he was going to do. His first touch set him up for a second touch, which was a shot. He knew exactly what he was going to do. Folks, if you haven't seen this goal by Harrison Reed, go find it. Go see it. Not right now. Wait till after the show. But what an absolute banger of a goal. Absolutely incredible.
It's not a German banger.
Yeah.
Not quite a German banger.
Yeah.
Could be the goal of the season for the EPL, though. It was incredible. Listen, Liverpool, more dropped points. Yes, you were away from home. You were at Craven Cottage at Fulham, but more dropped points. You were winning. You were up 2-1 in the 94th minute. You dropped points. In this game, you looked terrible. You know what I noticed, boys, as I was watching this game, compared to last year, Liverpool, they're just not working hard for each other. They're not working hard enough for each other when they have the ball. I think they all think, okay, Sloboslai's got the ball, or Florian Wirtz has the ball. They're masters with the ball. They're creative with the ball. They're so good. I don't have to quite work as hard as I should. And that's it. They're just not working hard for each other when they have the ball. They do a pretty good job getting back, defending, getting in good spaces to defend. But unfortunately, when they have the ball, it is lacking, and they're just not working hard enough, in my opinion. They're not going to have a good end of the season, but I still think they'll find a way to finish in that top 5.
They better have a good game next game because they play Arsenal.
I think they could get torn apart by Arsenal.
I think they'll finish outside the top 5.
Ooh, I like that.
That's how I feel about Chelsea, to be honest with you.
I don't know. I think
Them and Chelsea, I feel like they will finish outside.
We'll show the
top
table
five.
here in a second, Brooks. Nate, give it to me. Why they finished outside of the top 5?
I don't think Slot is as good as everyone thinks he is. I said this last year. I think he's been figured out. I don't think, if you're telling me players aren't working quote unquote hard, that's on the manager.
Yep.
And as things get tighter and tougher, I think they're gonna struggle. They got more games, a lot more, especially when Champions League and FA Cup string on. You also have a Mo Salah problem that's coming back to you soon.
Ooh, good point.
So, yeah, you had a string of decent games against Brighton, Tottenham, the Wolves, Leeds, and Fulham. Fantastic. But let's not forget getting spanked by City, getting spanked by Nottingham Forest, getting spanked by Crystal Palace, losing to Brentford, losing to United, losing to Chelsea, losing to Crystal Palace. I just don't think they're that strong. I think when they play Arsenal again, I think Arsenal is on a tear.
Yep.
I think they're going to end up beating them. I think when they play, Newcastle, Man City, Sunderland, Sunderland, Nottingham Forest, Tottenham, Brighton, United, Palace again, Chelsea again, and Villa again, which are all still on the docket for league games to play, they're going to struggle against those games.
Are they doing right? Are they giving Slot courtesy time at this point? Like, hey, you won us the championship last year. Great. Things they're not good right now. So are they just being courteous and saying we're going to give him to the end of the season?
I think they're going to give him to the end of the season. You have to. And I think, well, let's see how he does at the end of the season. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he finishes a Champions League spot. And if he does, you might want to keep him another year, depending on how things are.
Agreed. And I want to preface this, Nate. I said finish top 5, because it looks like England are going to get that 5th spot again. It looks like it's going to be top 5 teams again, not top 4, but top 5 now, that's going to go to the Champions League next year. I think they're going to – I just don't see it turning around. I don't see it turning around. It's been 6 months into the season. It hasn't turned around yet. 5 months into the season. It hasn't turned around yet. They look terrible. The games they've won, they've been relying on some individual brilliance here and there, and it hasn't been a team effort. I think at the end of the season, Arne Slot will be looking for a new job.
Yeah. Do you disagree or agree with BX Gunner says Liverpool should have signed Quay on January 1st?
100%. But Crystal Palace aren't going to let him go.
Yeah.
And even at this point, I don't think one player is going to make a difference. I think the players in Liverpool, I just don't see the passion that they had last year. I don't see them wanting to play for this manager. You could bring in Mark Guehi at this point. I just don't see it really changing anything. I think he got bigger problems.
So I think there's bigger problems there because again, I go back to what Mo Salah felt comfortable saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
And to me, that says a lot. If you're comfortable bashing, the manager openly, that means others probably think the same way as you.
Yeah.
That
they don't respect him.
No. So it's he felt comfortable doing what he did, and there you didn't really see much of a repercussion from it either.
Right.
So
Correct. Yeah.
That tells me that he's not the only one doing or feeling that way.
Agreed.
Correct.
All right. Well, we'll see where Liverpool end up, but I'm going to put it on record right now that I think Arne Slot, see you later, I think he could leave at the end of the year. I think Mo Salah is going to leave at the end of the year as well. And then they'll be looking for a new manager and a new right winger. All right, moving on. Tottenham won. Sunderland won. This home game for Tottenham. Sunderland did pretty well here.
Yeah.
Good result for both clubs, right? I think this is a good game. I enjoyed it. I really enjoy watching Sunderland and the fluidity of how they play. And
Even with all the guys they lost.
Granit Xhaka is just at his age doing incredible things running that team. Sunderland better hope he stays healthy because he is the mastermind behind this, in my opinion, on the field anyway. What a good point for Sunderland. A really good point for Spurs.
I don't know. The fans booed him at the end. They were pretty upset about that one.
The fans are booing because of the display on the field, and they're just so used to this now this season. Another club that is absolutely falling apart is Tottenham. And I think Thomas Frank could find himself on his way at the end of this year as well if he doesn't turn it around. What they are currently in. Where are they at?
Here in a second here. So Tottenham are currently in 13th place with 27 points.
Yeah, they're in 13th. I would be pissed too. Look at the brand new multi-billion-dollar stadium they're in. Look at the team they have. Look at the players they've gone and bought. Why are we in this position? I'd be booing too. I'd be pretty unhappy as a Tottenham supporter.
Yeah. Hey, just look at don't judge Mr. Eddie Howe too quickly. He's worked himself back up the table to 9th.
Yeah, they've been a bit of a roller coaster team here.
They're kind of one that they have a roller coaster, but they get when everyone starts counting them out and they get quiet, and then all of a sudden they rattle off 3, 4, 5, 6 wins.
Yep.
Then they put themselves back in interesting positions.
Yep.
Yeah.
With the result today, Sunderland, I do see them finishing top 10. I mean, I know they've dropped to 8th here on 30 points, but I don't see them dropping out of the top 10. I think they're going to stick around, and they could, if they stick in 8th spot, they're going to find themselves in a European competition next year.
Yep.
It might be
How often does that happen? That a promoted team finds their way up into a European competition?
Rarely.
I wonder when the last time that happened.
So Nottingham Forest have been there for a couple of years, but did they get promoted 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And then last year they finished 8th, so they're in Europa.
So it was the same year they got promoted that they made a European competition?
Yeah.
No, wait.
No.
Yeah.
That was their second year.
2 years. I thought they were there.
They were
2 years.
no. I remember this because remember we made fun of when Nottingham Forest get relegated because they did so bad the first year, and then last year our predictions, Danny and I had that they would get relegated again, and then you said they actually have some pretty good players they bought and they finished well last year.
Well, if I said something correct, then I'm going to have to agree with that.
You must be right then.
I must be right.
You must be right.
Yeah. All right.
I would agree with what I said.
Yes, there you go. But yeah, that's outstanding from Sunderland. I mean, you see Brentford there in 7th. Listen, Nate, I know you and we'll get to Man United more, but I think they could find themselves in European competition. I really do. I really do, and I don't think the situation is as bad as what some people want to make it out to be.
I don't think so either. I think there's something else going on.
Yes, that could be.
Wait, did we just shift to Man United?
No, I'm just doing teasers.
We're doing teasers, yes.
Teasers.
We're doing
I
teasers.
kind of want to talk Wolves, West Ham.
Yeah, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Nate called that one.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And I was watching it and going, man, I feel bad for all West Ham supporters right now.
Oh, yeah.
How bad do you feel for Nuno? Like,
Wolves looked like a real team.
they've been horrible, West Ham, and then, Nuno's going to save us. And then you're the first one to give Wolves their first league win of the season.
I told you, though, they're going to fall into a win here and there. And what did they do? They played a terrible – West Ham is absolutely terrible.
They are.
And Nate, I can't believe you actually called it and you got it correct and you got it right. Wolves with their first one of the year. Brooks, you've got to put where's the sound effect? You got to do the sound effect, right? The applause. First one of the year, Wolves. Well done.
They're still under my bet though. It's under 2.
Nate,
and then under 11 points.
You called it correctly. They do have 6 points now. Okay, Nate, give me your West Ham and Wolves. This is not one bingo card I had for my bingo card today, but have at it, buddy.
Hey, I just thought they played a functional game that actually looked good. I thought West Ham looked like crap. I mean, all 3 goals were pretty class.
Mm-hmm.
Leading with even that last goal, that outside the box shot, man, was absolutely incredible.
When the game was at 0-0, the West Ham goalkeeper made one hell of a save with his foot, right? I mean, so this game could have been 4-0, 5-0.
I'm almost wondering.
Put it together.
Wolves had a pep in their step, though. That was the difference. It was a different. I mean, I haven't watched a whole lot of them previously, but they looked energetic.
So the new manager came in November,
Mm-hmm.
right? Takes a little time to settle in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if he could pull them out. Think about it.
That'd be pretty amazing if
they got a long way to go. I mean, they're 6 points right now off of 9.
But 17th place is Nottingham Forest, only 18 points.
18.
And they've lost 4 in a row.
They're 12 points out
the last
of
2 games, drawn a win, and they look good.
They're 12 points off the mark right now.
Do you believe in miracles?
I don't.
All right, it's the hope that kills you, right?
But here's the thing, Brooks. You just said they look like a different team. They got some pep in their. They got a pep in their step. They look like they actually know what they're doing. Are they? Because you and I have a bet We have a bet that you say they're
Asterisk.
not going to get 11 points, and I said they're going to get more than 11 points.
I may
Asterisk
lose
with
my
my-
bet.
Oh, sorry. Asterisk with my comment though. So long as they don't lose or sell anyone in January. If they can keep everyone.
Yep.
If they can keep everyone.
They shouldn't. They shouldn't keep everybody.
I don't know if they can't. If they lose a couple key players, then yeah,
Yeah.
because there's
Good
no
point.
there's no saving.
If they play like that, how they did against West Ham, I'm gonna lose that bet. Because they'll pick up wins here and there. They may upset a team here and there.
I mean, they got Everton next.
And
Which is-
Everton, haven't
which they
been
could
playing
win.
Well, and they lost. Yeah, they could win
Yeah.
that one.
They got Newcastle again.
Yeah,
Which,
okay.
who knows? Newcastle's always up
Get-
and down.
If you get a draw out of
They
that,
got
who
West
knows?
Ham again.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can
yeah,
win that.
there's 3 points.
They
That'd be
got
tough.
Burnley again.
There's could be 3 points.
I mean, Fulham, Brighton, those will be tough games.
Yep.
But something could happen there.
Yep.
I mean, they could beat Villa.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now. Wolves came to Villa Park 4 weeks ago, and it took a shot from the outside of the box, upper 90, from our midfielder to beat them 1-0.
Yeah.
Wolves occasionally can put things together, and they think they will get points. Yeah, 12 points.
Oh, here we go. We got Mitch the Canadian 1057 asking, do you guys think Wolves will escape the Derby record and get 12 points or more?
Yes, I think they will.
That is
Yes.
Mitch. That is our bet that Craig and I have going on. So I have under 11 points. We set 11 as the standard, and I said under 11, and then I said under 2 wins. But I'm starting to think now, like I just said, if they play the way they did against West Ham, that there's a very strong possibility that I will lose my bet and Craig will win.
Mitch, I want to know, do you think they're going to get more than 12 points? And will they escape relegation? Because they're 12 points adrift right now.
I sat out of this bet because I didn't care.
Do you wish you'd gotten into it?
Nah.
Nah.
Still don't care.
Which side do you think you would have gotten on?
I don't care.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'll say it again. It all depends if they sell anyone in January. If they go, if they pull the whole, this doesn't look well.
Yep.
Let's sell some players because we're gonna be screwed if we don't. Or possibly.
Yeah.
Then.
Well,
they're not gonna do it.
The only thing they have going for them right now, based on that, is there's not typically a lot of sales happen in January.
Here's
Last
the
year
problem.
alone, there was 387 million pounds worth of transfers in the Premiership, which 180 was done by Man City, by the way. So I don't think.
Here's the problem with that statement. Last year, I'm fairly positive. Some could fact check me. I don't really care either. You didn't have a team doing as bad as Wolves. You didn't have a team.
I'll look at the
You
standings
did
last
not
year.
have someone
6
doing that bad.
points, only 6 points, with 1 win, and 3 draws, and a negative 26 goal differential. I don't think you had a team that bad. And the potential that you might have, this is the problem. Go ahead.
I'll just say this. So this is the bottom 3 last year. Southampton ended in 20th place with 12 points and a negative 60 goal differential.
Okay.
Ipswich in 19th with 22 points and a negative 46 goal differential. And then Leicester City with 25 points and a negative 47 goal differential. So I forgot that Ipswich and Leicester eventually pull away. I thought Southampton were pretty bad last year.
Southampton were very bad. They dropped off very early, but I don't think it was quite as bad as this.
So they essentially tied Derby County's record with 12 last year.
So the issue you run into is if I need a player, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm a smart club, I would go to them and say, I will buy this player right now, whatever you have. He's not my number 1 choice, but I know you need to sell guys or potentially in January. If I wait till the summer, I don't care. I'm not coming back, and definitely not at that price.
Right. Yeah.
So we have a comment. Sorry, not Mitch. It's Mick the Canadian. I'm sorry for that, sir. I am a Villa fan for fan, so anything Craig says is gold.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, so I believe they will make the 12 points, but it will not be by much.
So we have now established that BX20 whatever is secretly Brooks and Mick from Canada
Is that one of your kids?
is secretly Craig on his phone going, oh, by the way, that Craig Hearn is a very sexy man.
We need one
Villa's
grenade
number
now.
one. Nah, we don't. There's only one
There's only one Nate. There'll only ever be one Nate.
You don't want like
No,
a Stuttgart
no. I am
27.
like Blade in the Marvel universe. There is only one of me, and there'll only ever be one of me.
I do think Wolves will get into the 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 point range. They're still going to go. They're going to be relegated. They're not going to be able to escape that 12-point deficit. But they're gone. They did earlier this year. They were terrible. I really thought from the first couple of games, I'm like, they're so bad, they're gone. Just write them off.
Yeah.
I really thought West Ham were going to be able to turn it around. And then they went and got Nuno, and I said, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. Nuno will fix it. And they got some decent players there. Jared Bowen, Susek, Ariola, the goalie. And I said, they'll turn this around. He's got this. They've gotten worse. They have gotten really bad. And that is, I don't know if you guys know this. They're a huge club.
West Ham.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're going to about to fall into the championship. And as you know, when you fall into the championship,
Rough.
it is rough. So Susek's gone.
Correct.
Jared Bowen's gone.
And
Goodbye.
Again, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think West Ham are one of those teams that never have been relegated.
I believe they have.
They have? Okay.
Yes, there's only a couple of teams left in that category
Right.
now. With Everton
I thought
being,
West Ham was one of them.
I could be wrong.
I'm looking
but I
now.
think they
Continue the conversation.
I might be wrong. That's a good.
I think they are.
We know it's United, Everton, Liverpool.
Yes,
Wait,
West Ham has been relegated multiple times from the top flight of English football. Most
think-
recently in 2011 from the Premier League, and previously in 2003.
I was about to say. I believe
apologize.
I was going to say once in the Premiership, but it's twice.
Mm-hmm.
They could find themselves gone. They spent a ton of money on their
I
stadium.
must have got my signals crossed to Everton then.
Yeah.
Who's also sniffed around that.
Sniffed
bottom.
and circling that drain, and
They had 42
Oh, yes,
points. I think this is what it's saying. They say previously in 2003, which is notable for being relegated with a relatively high total of 42 points. They had 42 points in 03, and they are relegated. Relegated.
Imagine that. That's a lot
Yeah.
of points.
They're so much trouble if West Ham gets relegated.
Oh man,
That stadium alone.
Mm.
Dear God.
What set them onto this path? Was it
The
going-
stadium.
No, not the stadium. Was it going and winning Europa? The Europa was a Europa Conference. They
It was
won
the bubbles.
It was the
Because-
stadium.
with all the money there. That
It's
they
just
spent?
have you ever been to a home game of West Ham
In the bubbles.
in that stadium? I have.
no.
It is awful.
Yeah.
I went there with some West Ham supporters.
You got
And they're
that
like,
track around
and
it,
they were
right?
like, "This is awful."
Is it too far? You can't see anything.
They hate it. It's weird. It's
So
janky.
weird.
It's just so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah.
They were bad.
They may never see the Premiership again if they get relegated.
Yeah, especially with that stadium.
You
I just blame the stadium.
love saying
But the bubbles
stadium.
fly everywhere.
Oh, good lord, with the bubbles. All right,
I think they
moving
went
on.
wrong when they decided to let Aston Villa steal their home team colors.
Or was that Burnley?
I God.
uh,
Aston Villa formed. They were the.
I don't care.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right, we're just
Yeah.
moving on.
So, sorry, Mick the Canadian says, I think it's Wolves, Burnley, and West Ham to go down. I know Forest is close, but I think they can pull it off. Signed Craig, or I mean Mick.
Yeah.
No offense to
That's
Mick.
funny.
Every time I hear now his name, I instantly think of Mick Dodge. Yeah, Mick is Mick Dodge, the guy. There was a National Geographic show where this dude just lived in the woods, and they filmed him for like 2 seasons.
No idea,
Because
man.
he's in Canada, I just assume that's how he is. Big.
maybe
bearded man.
that's the same guy.
Yeah.
God, I hope so.
That'd be
That'd be so awesome.
I am going to agree with Mick, though. Wolves gone, Burnley gone, West Ham gone. I think Leeds stay up because, I mean, they looked really good
Yeah.
against Man United.
They had a good goal by
Nottingham
Aronson.
Forest, yeah, Aronson looked great.
I'm going to agree with
Nottingham
myself.
Forest looks all right. Listen, I think he's right, though. You could just write it now. Those three are gone. And listen, West Ham are a big club. Burnley are a decent-sized club. Wolves are a fairly good-sized club. A lot of people don't know that. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
So very interesting. All right, let's get to that. Let's get to that. Leeds 1, Manchester United 1 draw that happened very early, 7:30 a.m. this morning. Was it today or was it yesterday? It was yesterday. I get my days mixed up now. No, it was today.
today, yeah.
It was today. I got up
Yes.
early yesterday for the Villa game. Leeds 1, Manchester United 1. Brandon Aronson with a really nice goal. I thought that was a little lazy on the Man United defending part. I think they thought he's not going to get to it. Oh crap, he got to it. I don't need to close him down. I thought Lehman's kind of tried to bait him into a shot, and then Not a good idea to bait him into a shot because he placed it well and low and hard, 1-0. Cunha comes back for Manchester United, scores a nice goal. A little sloppy defending there as well for Leeds. The big, Nate, I don't know if you want to get to the game or if you want to get to what happened with Amorim in the press conference afterwards. Talk about the game if you'd like.
Well, I thought it was unfortunate that United couldn't get Pullo went out. They had, Cunha also had a post ringer. Sesko had a bunch of close near misses where it's just like, God, I just want the guy to score, because I think once he scores, it will lead to many other opportunities and chances. So the problem with United right now, and you call it an excuse, but it's just a fact, is AFCON and injuries. You have no impactful subs. You have Dragu playing out of position. He's a left wing back. He's playing attacking mid. He's doing fine. He's doing his best, but it's because you don't have players. You have Mott out, you have Ahmed out, you have Maziri out, who could help as a wing back, and Boy out. You have Fernandez, sorry.
Yeah. And you just have youngsters. I mean, you have the Fletcher twins who are like, 17, 18? That's what I mean. And then, Danny was saying Shea Lacey, but again, they've only played 21s. They haven't played first team minutes,
Yeah, these are not players that you're going to bring in to go, he's going to affect and change the game in a manner that's going to work for you.
Correct.
You don't have it. Sure. You don't have it right now. You're too thin. You're out at least 7 players plus 2 center backs. You're too thin. It's just what it is.
That comes down to the club and the manager
right.
Not bringing the right amount of players and quality of players in the windows.
I think that leads to the manager's comments at the end.
I think you're right. Go for it.
Okay.
Go lead us away.
Apparently, he is having fights right now with the Inuit board because they need some players and they're not willing to give them to them or don't want to spend in January. And that's where his comments at the end of the game, I don't know if you have the exact quote, but he basically said, I'm not here to be a coach. I'm here to be a manager, which would indicate he's going, this is what I need. They're saying, no, go coach this team you have. And he's going, no, this is what I need.
Yep.
And then he follows it up with, everyone needs to do their job. I will do my job in the next 18 months. Everyone else needs to do their job. Or something along those lines.
Yes.
Paraphrasing, but it's close enough.
It was paraphrasing.
Yes.
And I think he called out the scouting staff and this and that. So with that said, to me, I don't know if it screams of a guy who's frustrated. I don't know if that was him saying he's out. I think you've heard other managers in similar situations kind of do the same, and then usually as a way to put pressure and get what they need. I think it'd be really dumb if they got rid of him, if you ask me.
Yes.
The problem is right now that I got a couple of quotes I'll read off from our friend Danny, but the problem is right now, it never looks good when you show up your bosses, right? It never looks good in whatever situation you show up your bosses. And pretty much he just called out the executive board and said, I'm not a coach, I'm a manager. Let me do my job. I need players. I want to go get this player. And he's being told no. And they're telling him, you just go deal with what you have, right? Yeah. It never works out well. I can't remember a lot of situations where this has happened before, even with big name coaches of Mourinho,
Louis Van Gaal.
Van Gaal anybody at any club, it doesn't work out well. They're going to get upset.
Yep.
I think he may be, at this point, he's just frustrated. And I get it. I 100% get it. Danny, I'll read you some quotes from Danny. Why don't I do that now, and then I'll kind of have
Before we get to that, how excited were you when they switched to 4-4-2?
I love me some 4-4-2. The funny thing is, Villa played against Chelsea in a 4-4-2 the other week. So it was super apparent as well. But yeah, super happy. All right, this quote from Danny. Amorim is one of the most exciting and up-and-coming coaches in the game. Elite ideas, clear principles, serious potential. Ineos, however, we're looking for something else. A controllable figure, a manager who executes instructions, not one who defines the project on his own. Amorim is the opposite. He has conviction over compliance. This is a mismatch, and it's not on him. You do not buy a racehorse for a petting zoo and then blame the horse for wanting to run. I I get okay. Last one from Danny. You don't have to trust the manager. That's your choice, but Danny does. I believe he's the right man for United long term. He's asking, and then Danny says, my ask is for Ineos to get him a few more players, improve the depth. He's shown he can adapt with proper backing. He can do great things. I'm going to, disagree a little bit with Danny. He doesn't change up his formation quite enough.
Yes,
Right?
I would say that's the one thing.
He's very stubborn.
Yep.
And stubbornness can be good sometimes, but listen, when you have injuries, when you have whatever it is that's coming, a different team, a strong team, change up your formation. Play to get points. They're not even playing to play fun, good-looking soccer. It looks terrible. This is Manchester United. You do not play 5 defending in the back when you don't have to, which they did earlier this year, and they didn't need to. I do think he's a good coach. I do like some of the things he's done. I do like some of the things he's come out and said. Where is the problem with Manchester United right now? It is not Ruben Amorim.
No.
It is the board.
Yep.
Unfortunately, you guys gave control to a serial loser. Jim Radcliffe is a sports and business loser. He succeeded at Ineos, but he's bought other sports entities, and he's lost at everything he's done.
Like his cycling team?
His cycling team is absolutely crap.
Yeah.
By the way, he started a car company that is absolutely tanking right now. They are terrible, losing money hand over fist. The Grenadier, I can't remember the name of it. Car company, terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? He's cutting things he shouldn't be cutting. He's cutting people's jobs. He's cutting people's paychecks. He's cutting their bonuses. We've seen this for the last year, right, that he's been doing this crap. He's the problem. He brought in a good coach, and I'm going to agree 100% with Danny. He brought in a racehorse, and you put him in a petting zoo. What do you expect the racehorse to do? He wants to run. He wants to do what he wants to do. You're not giving him the space to do it. I think it's Ineos. I think the Glazers have given Ineos, not Ineos, Jim Radcliffe, so much power and control that they don't care because they're still making money. I think this is a horrible situation for everybody involved. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Manchester United fans. In my opinion, Ruben Amorim will be let go at the end of the year, regardless, because of some of the things he's come out and said. And if he's come out and said it now here in public, what's happened behind the scenes that he said there, right? So
rebuttal.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, disagree.
Okay, with what?
Your whole Jim Radcliffe.
Okay.
Whatever. This is a soccer team. It's not a cycling team. It's not a racing team.
Yeah, it's a company, though.
It's totally different, and it's a company, and that's how he runs it. And the decision to hire Amorim did not come from him. It came from the other guys that he hired. He will put pressure on the other guys he hired if they're not performing. The question comes in is the fight is apparently between Amorim and Jason Wilcock.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the question is, where does the guy cutting the checks sit with?
Mm-hmm.
Does he sit with Amorim or does he sit with Wilcock? Now, we don't know. Now, I think Amorim's a smart person.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this again. Just like I said with Mo Salah. You're not going to say stuff openly unless you know other people think the same and have your back.
Yep. Which I think the players have his back.
I think the players have his back.
Yeah.
I think Radcliffe might have his back. And I think maybe other board members behind the closed doors have his back as well. Because they've actually came out and said, we have your back when they were sitting 11th, 12th, and everyone was calling for his head.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think this is a power move or, at an interesting time, comments that didn't need to be said were said. And I think he's trying to put pressure on the situation to get what he needs and wants.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at their schedule, do you want me to read out their schedule that's coming up?
Sure, go for it.
Doesn't really matter.
I don't think the schedule really matters.
I mean, listen, it could. I think things can flip, but I mean, it's a difficult one here. I mean, you should beat Burnley on the 7th. I mean, that should be a win.
And they're getting Fernandez and Mott back, apparently.
Yeah. So, and then you play Brighton in the FA Cup. That's a third round FA Cup match on the 11th of January. You run into the Derby on the 17th here. That's going to be, you need a result from that one. I feel like you don't want to lose those previous couple games. And then, you follow that one. If you lose to City, that's not good. And you have Arsenal on the 25th. So it's a rough stretch there. But if he can come out with points in a few wins, I mean, I don't know why people want to call for his head, to be honest with you, especially if he's staying at the top of the table.
I'm not calling for his head.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying anyone in general, like any.
But we also, I understood. And if the results don't go their way, and if they
then it can totally flip and be like he's not.
What happens if you lose 4-0 to Manchester City, your rivals? What happens if
and then you get blown up by
what
Arsenal?
happens if you lose to Burnley 1-0?
Yeah.
Or draw 1-1 with a team that you should take points from.
Yeah.
And then Brighton kick you out of the EFL Cup, right? So
yeah.
Results again. Nate said they right now don't have enough players. They got youth players on the bench.
Yeah.
And I put that down to the manager and the board, who apparently aren't on the same page. In the summer, not bringing enough players, spending money on players they probably
I am going
spread out. Just listen. I said the same thing about Man City. Pep, what are you doing? You keep blaming injuries?
Yep.
All right.
I am curious if that FA Cup game against Brighton, they play some of the younger squad players just to save the players for the Manchester derby than Arsenal. I mean, I would do that if I was them.
I mean, I think they brought in 3 prominent strikers or players actually
from the 21s. Yeah.
No, in the transfer window.
Oh, in the transfer. Okay.
Right. So it's not that they didn't do anything. It's
correct.
They've been overhauling, but they've been overhauling and flipping a bad, inflated, shitty squad for the last 2 years under Amorim because what Eric Ten Hag and the other guys have done. By the way, that guy can't hold a job either. Wonder why? Okay, and that was their doing, right? And they've had to let loose, figure out ways to get rid of high-priced players because of the financial trouble that they were put in.
Sure,
it's been a tremendously difficult task that I think they're at the end of right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem where Amorim's going, okay, we've done all this, give me more. And for whatever reason, Wilcott is reluctant right now to do it.
Yeah, there's definitely something in the back room that's going on and we don't know.
It's reported by multiple sources. That's what the fight's between.
But where does the guy who cuts the check sit? Whose side does he sit on? He's hired both people. Does he trust the guy he hired to hire a guy and then I just don't see it ending up very well at the end of the year for Ruben Amorim. You don't get to come out and call out your bosses. You don't get to come out and say things are not going well behind the club and the club be happy about that. So
the ex-gunner goes in, bring in Michael Carrick.
No, that would be a good thing. He's a good coach. I think he could do a very good job there and turn the club around. It's more fun to talk about this. Just kidding. I mean, listen, Michael Carrick's a good coach. He could be the next one. Or I'm telling you right now, if things don't go well in the next couple of matches, you lose 2 or 3 matches in the next 4 or 5. Amorim could be on his way out because he's now said some things and he's lost matches, and Carrick could be a good filler.
So unlike the Chelsea situation where you have a squad of 1,002,000 players, what would any manager have done differently with this group?
You can't do anything differently.
That's my point.
You can't.
That's my point.
Like, I think
until you get your players back.
Correct.
Or sign somebody else, another piece or two.
Sure.
There's not much you could do.
Is Jim Radcliffe gonna use that as an excuse and say, I'm gonna even though you've lost some games, you're in 6th.
Yep.
But let's say you lose 3 out of the next 4. Is he gonna go, yeah, you know what? Everybody's been injured, or is he gonna go, the results are what matter. See you later.
He'll probably do the results that matter.
Well, it's all about results. But now add in the extra piece of what did you say in the media?
Sure.
Why did you come out and kick us while we were all down, right? And that could be the decision. We don't know. Or maybe he does have his back and say, I'm going to let him, no matter the results. He could lose every single game from here on out to the end of the year. We're going to let him fly. Who knows?
Which they've already said.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget at Chelsea. The board came out and backed him. He was Enzo Maresca was the EPL Manager of the Month in November. Then he went a couple of losses. The board said, "No, we're still backing him. He's our manager for this year and long term." And then they parted ways.
Chelsea, you've already said it. Go through managers like water.
17,
and it doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll win a Champions League and they'll fire you the next year.
That's
doesn't really
exactly
matter.
Yeah.
United is, although we've gone through a lot of recent, is a little bit different.
Sure.
And again, if you look at the situation, I think I think you're going to get a January transfer or two.
Oh, absolutely. You're
Sure.
gonna get a January transfer, but is it gonna save his job? I don't know.
I think
Is it
his-
gonna be his buys or is it gonna be the board's buys?
Well, it should be his based on the players that they have brought in as of recent.
Should be.
I mean, I think
We're not
tell me right now, Mbuemo, Kuno, and I know Sesko's struggling a little bit, but those two players,
They've
have
made
been
differences.
fantastic this year.
Yep.
Dragu has been fantastic when he plays properly this year.
Yep.
Urgate isn't bad, but that was even before him. DeLitt has been fantastic.
Mhm.
It's the recent transfers under Amorim have not been bad.
Correct.
You would let Amorim go out and spend money and bring in his players. Will the board and the owners?
Based on what you're saying, I don't know.
Yep.
We'll see.
Yep.
We'll see.
Mick
Time will tell.
one more comment. Mick the Canadian. Manchester United Football Club would like to announce the appointment of Big Sam.
Yeah, the savior, Big Sam.
Yeah.
Actually, I heard he was now the new president of Venezuela.
I saw that meme.
All right, moving on. I did not mean for our EPL segment to go over an hour, but here we are. All right, last piece. Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest, 3-1 home win for Aston Villa. I am actually going to dub this one of the biggest games of the season for Aston Villa in their season because everybody thought that the game against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium, loads and loads of Villa fans online said, Villa going to Arsenal, this is the biggest game of the season. I went, no, it's not. We just beat Manchester United. We just beat Chelsea. We've just beat all these other teams. We're in third position. If we lose this game, we've already beaten them 3 weeks ago. It's just a league game. We're going to be okay. And we got trounced. We got trounced 4-1. No two ways about it, right? We had a couple of players missing to suspension. No excuse. We got our butts kicked 4-1. Arsenal were fantastic in the second half of that game, okay? Now, we come home to play against Nottingham Forest, and this, to me, I went, this is a bit like a banana skin of a game here. We've just finished this long run of wins and great performances, and we've lost. We got our asses handed to us by Arsenal. What are we going to do now against a banana skin team of Nottingham Forest? Oh, good Lord, what could happen here?
What's a banana skin
Like
team?
just-
like a slippery team
Yeah,
you
you
can lose
just
against?
slip up. You're like, whoop,
Yeah.
oh, God, oh, and then even a draw, Brooks, even a draw against Nottingham Forest, lowly Nottingham Forest, would have been a bit of a disaster because then the team goes on a slide
Sure.
and it's not good.
Sure, because now we won in 11. Oh, now we lost 3 in a row, and then we draw, and then we find,
And everything just starts fading out. And that great run and all that build up for 2025 was just maybe a blip or whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
But Aston Villa came out and put in a solid performance. I mean, a really professional performance to the point where they could have had a lot more goals. They didn't give up very much. And I get it. Listen, Nottingham Forest are not a strong team, but this was a really important game for Aston Villa to make sure they came out, put a professional performance in, and got the result. And they got the result, and boy, did they. And now they're moving on. And now we move on to a January where we got a couple of games that are very winnable as well, and we continue on. Are we title contenders? No, we are not title contenders. Arsenal and Manchester City are head and shoulders better above us. They're just better than us, okay?
So here's something interesting,
Yeah.
by the way. But sorry to interrupt you.
Please.
BX Gunner, our Arsenal fan, says we only won because Onana went off. I'm not shameless. I'll admit that.
He did go off injured, and he was doing very well in that first half.
Yeah.
But I think it was coming. It was coming. Listen, it was definitely coming, in my opinion, that Arsenal were going to get a goal. And that at that point, even with Onana, I think it's a 1-0 or a 2-0 win for Arsenal. The fact that then Villa just started to come out and try to go get goals, they capitulated and let more in.
Mm-hmm.
I like your thought there, but now we got to go forward without Onana, and he has been a big player for us. But we do have Bouba Kamara, who's in the middle. We do have John McGinn, who can play in the middle. Yuri Tillemans, if he goes uninjured, we're going to be struggling.
That's rough.
We do have a lot of players. We stay healthy. We're still playing in Europe, so now it's going to be Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, Saturday. So, we came through a big period of the festive games here, and we did very well.
Mm-hmm.
Tied for second, we fall to third on goal difference, as we saw in the table. Villa are not title contenders. The title is not ours to win. We want to finish top 4, top 5. That's it. That's the goal. We want to get back to Champions League.
Do you know what's crazy in that table?
Mhm.
Like, you're like, we fall because of goal differential. the goal differential
It's incredible.
plus 26 for the two.
Yep.
And then it's 9 for Villa, 4 for Liverpool, 11 for Chelsea,
Yep.
and 4 for Man United. I mean, holy smokes! Like usually it's a little closer sometimes between the top 3 and top 4.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Villa have given up too many goals. They've given up 24. As you can see there, they've only scored 33. We don't score a ton of goals. The teams that win championships score goals phenomenally. And look at that. Arsenal, 40 goals for. Manchester City, 44 goals for. Aston Villa, 33. Goals against. Arsenal, 14. Manchester City, 18. Villa, 24. We give up silly goals. And that's part of, we've got 15 points out of 42 from losing positions. We've come back to win games by being down, after being down, and we've gotten 15 points from that.
And it's crazy too. You go down to the table of the 8th, and you look 4 straight draws for Sunderland. Goals against only 19.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just one difference from Man City. If there's a few wins there, they're pushing towards where Liverpool and Villa are.
Yeah. So, crazy table, but again, we're not title contenders. I'm not expecting us to be title contenders. I'd love for us to be up there, 1 and 2, 3, but top 4, top 5 is the goal for this year, and that's it. And then we'll build, see how we do in Europa, and see where we're at for next year. All right, we got a couple other things to get to, Brooks. We got a whole bunch of Tom Bogert reports for Kansas City stuff you want to talk about. We got a couple other little things as well. LAFC acquired a really interesting player. We're going to get to it, and we're going to do that right after this.
Hi, Brooks. We're at our favorite store, Soccer World in Rochester. We're just going to do some light shopping. Okay. Nothing big. Ooh, pretty colors. Oh, and one of these too?
Ooh, Germany. Nate would like this.
Hey, Brooks, look at all these. Look what I got.
South America. Ooh, wow, that's not MLS. Cool.
Socks? No.
Ooh, a ball pump. Next to line.
Sir, you're next.
Right. That's a mannequin, you know that.
Huh?
It's a mannequin.
Oh. Sorry, sir.
Hug, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Huh?
All right. Thank you again to our partners, Soccer World, Next Level Training, the Michigan Jaguars FC, Football Doc, and Dog and Pony Show Brewing. All right. We got a couple of little pieces we want to get to here. Brooks, why don't you lead us off, my friend? What's going on with the MLS? Right off the bat, why don't we talk about Galaxy star Ricky Puig out?
Wait.
Wait, hold on. Sorry.
MLS. It's MLS. In your heart, it's MLS. In your soul, it's moon landings, waffles with cheese, Big Mac supersized fries. It's America.
Well done, Nate.
Well done.
So we got to record that, so you don't have to do it every week and just push a button.
Yeah.
I know. I like almost dying at the end with the caw
During the Eagles.
every time.
All right.
Yeah, so the Ricky Puig is really interesting. He's out the whole entire year.
He's been out since November of 2024, and he's out.
Yeah, and they mess up. I don't know if it was a mess up with the surgery or it just the recovery process wasn't going well. But now he's got to have a second ACL surgery, and I know our buddies at Clash of Clubs over there that do the Dylan and those guys are upset about that one because they're Galaxy fans. So
yeah, check out that podcast, by the way, COC Clash of Clubs. They do a nice MLS piece, but they do some English stuff too. I think they were commenting on today's Man City Chelsea game.
Yeah, the question is, BX Gunner put that in the chat. Is Ricky Puig's is that the career? Is it done? I mean, because it's hard to come off another ACL, especially on the same leg. I mean, that's a rough one.
It is rough, but also 2 years of no football. Like 2 years of nothing. That's tough to come back from. One, it's tough to come back from physically, but mentally as well.
Yeah.
I mean, according to all reports, the surgery was yesterday, and it went well.
Mm-hmm.
But we also heard that about the first surgery.
Yeah.
So hopefully he can get back on the field. It'd be good to see Ricky Puig back on the field. But
yeah, I mean,
it could be the end of his career, man, which would suck.
It would be. And listen, they signed Justin Hack, who was with NYCFC. It's a different position, a center back. One of their former NYCFC academy kids. So, but Will Kuntz is going to have to probably try to makeshift something, and that's not easy sometimes with the salary cap. They were horrible last year, so they should have some room to make some different swaps and decisions and whatnot. But Will Kuntz and Greg Vandy need to kind of meet here and decide what they want to do, because it could be another rough year for the LA Galaxy, because they really need to want Ricky Puig back to run the midfield. So.
All right, so we're about a week away from preseason starting. Tell me about SKC, buddy, because that seems to be a little bit of a dumpster fire going on over there, man.
Yeah, it's a rough one at SK. Peter Vermees gets obviously, canned in the middle of the season, and then Kerry Zavagnin takes over, and and then David Lee comes in. I mean, he's the GM brought in over from NYCFC. He's got a few multiple roles at SKC, not just the GM job. He has operations or something, other title. But I mean, you wait. I mean, the reports are from Tom Bogert that Ralph Wicky, the former Chicago Fire head coach from 2020 to 2021, he was recently at Young Boys from 2022 to 24. Most people probably remember him from the US U17s in 2019. Then he was also coach at FC Basel from 2017 to 18. So. But if you look at that, I mean, they waited so long. They're finally going to run Wiki in. They only have 17 rostered players, and they've made only a few acquisitions. So they acquired a backup goalkeeper, Stefan Cleveland, in a trade with Austin FC. And then they acquired Justin Reynolds in a trade with the Chicago Fire. I don't rate him very highly as a right back. He didn't play a whole lot for Chicago. I don't know how much of a difference he's going to make for them. And then they've drafted 4 guys, Kwaku Ajiabeng from Clemson, Nikos Clark Toshash, and Saddam Mazareka, the 2004 born. He was actually born in 99, so there's a huge difference there. So from Maryland, and Blake D'Agostino, who's an underclassman at Cal Baptist, who may actually go back to Cal Baptist and not decide to leave. But they've got some holes to fill. And when it's 1 week before preseason begins, that's not the best time to start doing all this.
Yeah, what the hell have they been doing for the last 2 months, man? Like, what are you guys doing?
I don't know.
Weird.
I don't know.
Bizarre.
I like the hire of Ralph Wiki. I think it'll be a good one. He'll play good football there. I think he'll do a good job incorporating the academy players and doing and working well with the pyramid they have there between the academy second team and first team. Mm-hmm. But I mean, they've got players to sign.
Yeah,
so
they got some work to do.
Yeah.
All right, LAFC acquired a player that is maybe one of the hardest working players in the MLS.
Yeah.
Canadian, right?
Yeah, not one of Nate State's favorite players because he's Canadian, but
Jacob Schoffelberg from Nashville. Every time you see him play, he's just irritating other players. He's just irritating people nonstop and working his socks off.
Yeah,
could be a good player for LAFC if he fits in there.
I think this was a $1 million acquisition. I think there was something. It was a high number that they went and got Schoffelberg for. This is a good acquisition. Depending on what you want to do. So Son is going to stay, obviously. He is there. He is the guy at LAFC.
Yep.
Bouanga, there's always been reports of, hey, are we going to sell him? Are we going to get rid of him? Does he want to go to Liga MX? So there's always been these rumors of, is he going to leave? And is he happy to stay there? Mark Dos Santos is the new head coach. That's who's going to replace Cherundolo. So it's a good depth piece at the winger position. Someone you can bring off the bench that's explosive, or if you sell Bouanga, you can make him your starter. Obviously, Son can play at the 9. He can play in the winger spot, so he's very versatile in the front 3. But excellent signing from LAFC. They always make interesting acquisitions, so kudos to them.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. What else we got here, Brooks?
Yeah, so Dane St. Clair, free agent goalkeeper, another Canadian national team player, formerly University of Maryland. Yeah, I mean, I think it's Inter Miami. You know, they had an old keeper that kind of made mistakes, and then Drake Callender wasn't going to get it done. And, you know, I think Dane St. Clair is a great signing for them. He's a guy with a lot of experience. You know, I think he took less money to go play with Messi and friends, and he wanted that experience. But I think this is a good acquisition. Inter Miami are starting to make other moves here that they're going to get them potentially another MLS Cup next year. They're getting a little younger. I like the Regulon one. I've heard the Salso may be there, one of Messi's Argentinian friends. So
I would take less money to go play with Messi as well.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So
they're open. That would be good.
What's less money?
I mean, just not a lot less, just a little less.
like $20?
Yeah, $20 less than what I got now.
Oh, okay.
I'm in. I'll go play with Messi.
Okay.
Cool.
I meant $20 overall.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll take that too. All right, a couple of the news and notes. Listen, one item I forgot to. Are we done, Brooks?
Yeah, we're good.
Is that wrapping us up? All right.
We are.
One item I forgot to get to, and I really did want to show this during the piece, was during the Liverpool Fulham game, Florian Wirtz scored a goal. I'm gonna show this, and the ball is being kicked. Now you see the lines on the field, right?
Mm-hmm.
The lines on the field are cut like this on purpose.
I'm trying to wait for the photo to pop
Oh,
up.
I sent it to you in text as well.
Oh, you did?
The lines are cut like this on purpose so that it can help VAR with offside calls.
Mm.
Okay, we can see that the defender at the top of the page, his foot is on the left side of the grass cut line, while Florian Wirtz is on the right side of the line.
Yes.
So I was like, well, I don't understand. Maybe. Oh, look, I drew a VAR line. It's offside. This goal, this play was deemed to be onside.
Oh, because the way the camera is positioned, I see what you mean.
I mean, I don't know. You see the cut of the grass?
Because when they always say this, when they draw the line across, it's because this camera's not square across. When you draw it that way and you move the line a bit, definitely from the cut of the grass, when you take out the line, he's offsides.
Yeah, it's the cut of the grass is
But
what
yeah.
it's there for.
Yeah,
listen.
but with the line that's drawn, it's drawn at a diagonal angle.
Let's just get
so, yeah.
on with the Wenger rule and see if that
Yes,
helps.
they're actually considering that.
Yes, the Wenger rule, offside rule, could be coming into play next year.
So that way
Let's get there.
my shoelace won't keep a guy
Or a toenail.
Onside.
Offside.
Well, but this would have been onside, and no one's complaining about it. But this is offside by the letter of the law.
Yeah.
That's offside. It was deemed to be onside.
I just don't understand you gain advantage from like your toe being offsides.
I don't know.
I don't understand that.
I don't know. All right.
My elbow was leaning slightly.
Your elbow was
Yeah.
yeah. All right, Nate.
Yeah. Hi.
Idiot of the week. It's not you. No, you. Idiot of the week segment.
Woo! Boy, did that one again.
Barely.
Dum da dum dum.
All right, Nate, you have been tasked with doing the Idiot of the Week segment, and you sent me this picture. And no, it's not Dominic Calvert-Lewin of Leeds. Go ahead and explain, what are we looking at for the Idiot of the Week here?
It is the production team or the production lead of the Manchester United Leeds game who felt it necessary to constantly cut to the foggy ref cam, not to show like a cool goal or something happening from that angle, but just to show random stuff. And at one point, like, he was just showing Carl Lovett, like, talking to him. And you couldn't hear anything because, like, there's no sound.
Right.
And it was just silly. And I couldn't find that one. But that was the other one that I found where he's, like, showing himself, they're showing him giving a – who cares?
Yeah.
Guess what I also don't care about? People in the stands.
Right.
So I care not about people in the stands because I don't know about you, but what are you here to watch?
The football in the field.
Yeah, right? Like, so the cutaways to the stands, not interested.
Yep.
The ref cam, really not interested. The ref cam that doesn't show like a goal, super not interested. Like, not interested to the umpteenth degree. There's been 2 ref cam footages I've seen that were cool.
I think I know which one you're going to talk.
Which one?
Morgan Rogers against Manchester United.
Where the goal showed the goal?
Yeah, but the one.
Yes,
Yeah,
because you saw a different angle, and that was cool.
Well, from the ref's perspective.
Yes,
Yeah.
because they showed a different angle of the goal, and it was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool. Number 2 was that player pleading not to get a card. That was also cool
Yeah.
because it was funny. Because the guy's look at his face.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
So production head lead dude, stop it.
You are the
Stop
idiot of the week.
going
This.
to this footage.
Yeah.
It's dumb. No one wants to see it. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm willing to apologize if I'm wrong. If a single or maybe multiple Wazers go, hey, Nate, you know what? You're dead. You're dead wrong. I love me some ref cam. I want more ref cam. In fact, I just want to watch the whole game in the view of the ref to watch, like, him running and bouncing up and down. Like, that's all I want is constant, foggy ref cam footage nonstop.
And
then I will apologize.
And maybe everybody wants to see him talking to the players, but not being able to hear it because why don't you hear it? Because you know what? They're swearing at each other.
There's no sound on it.
So you
know what
can't
they
have
need?
the sound. You can't have the sound
No.
because there's going to be swearing. So it's
You know what you need?
Yeah.
4th official cameras for when they're arguing with the managers or the managers are arguing with them.
I'd like to
There'd be
change.
some good
no, hold
ones.
on. I'd like
Let
to
him do
change my Idiot of the Week nomination to Brooks
What?
for that statement right
I do not want 4th official cam.
Oh my
No,
God!
I'm there
If
to
it
watch
had-
the
If
game.
it had audio for sometimes when they're arguing calls, oh my God, it'd be great for like after game clips.
I
That's
would
what
like
mean.
to watch the game. I know it's revolutionary and strange to those at home. It's a crazy concept, but I don't like cuts to the crowds or cuts to the ref cam.
Agreed. All
Not
right.
a fan.
I'm in agreement. All right, last item for the week. Brooks, we should have done this a little bit ago. The USLPA and the USL still have not reached a new collective bargaining agreement. It is getting really close to the season here.
Yeah, I mean, players start reporting middle then January. So, I mean, it's going to be, just to brief it, you guys can check out our awesome interview with Connor Tobin. You know, Craig interviewed him and he talked about what the players are fighting for. I know healthcare, higher pay. You know, they talked about some basic things. If you follow them on social media, the USLPA, they're counting down the days of how many days without an agreement with the CBA, with the league and everything. So, my just one thing for this is if you keep on letting it drag on, there could be a fear that maybe teams will decide to drop and to not exist anymore, because if you're asking for too much, that is the fear of when you keep fighting, and if there's a lockout or players won't play, it can lead to a lot of things. So I hope this gets resolved. I hope maybe the players don't win this time, they can win the next time with everything that USL wants to do. But I understand their frustration, having, in the pro business and working with clubs and such. I understand how frustrating it can be.
Mm-hmm.
But this really does need to get resolved so all the USL teams can continue and play in their season and there's no lockout or whatnot,
Yeah.
Don't worry, they got promotion relegation. That's not really promotional relegation. Don't worry, they got a new super first team league or what.
Yeah. All right. That's going to wrap us up for the week. Fellas, thanks for everything. Appreciate it. Everybody, thank you for viewing and watching and commenting along. We very much appreciate it. Do us a huge favor. Like, give us a subscription, share, and all that good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the little bell that's up there. It'll let you know when we go live, because we have a lot of cool stuff coming soon. And a big thank you again to our partners. A big thank you to Soccer World. A big thank you to Next Level Training. A big thank you to the Michigan Jaguars, the Football Doc Dr. Zachary Atwood, and Dog and Pony Show Brewing. By the way, our Christmas party that got canceled due to horrible weather has gotten rescheduled for January 23rd, Friday night. January 23rd. Come out and have some fun at Dog and Pony Show Brewing with us. We're going to celebrate Christmas a month late. We got some good door prizes, and we're going to have trivia and all that good fun as well. All right, that's going to wrap us up for the week. Until next week, cheers.
Cheers.